Tom Stebbins with the Idaho Ski Areas, Ski Idaho. Thank you for your support last year. We've really made a lot of progress, and our partnership with the Idaho Travel Council has been a big part of that. As you know, historically, the license plate fund was started in 2000, and that was really, it was spent in varying ways, and the ski areas got together about 3 years ago and said, we really want to try to do things more systemically and build visits over the long term. So that license plate money really is the marketing funds for Ski Idaho. And at that same time, we came to the Travel Council and asked for some partnership to really leverage that and go to another level. So with that last year, you funded the elements that you funded last year, which we're basically asking for the same money as last year for that were funded last year, and we have a couple of new things that are expanded. And it goes back to really kind of philosophically, we have 18 ski areas. Not all of them are destination lodging heavy. I mean, a lot of them are day use. So we have to do things with that Idaho license plate money that is holistic to the state for in-state, day use, as well as out-of-state. And then what we're trying to do is get a little more organized with our budget so that when we do out-of-state efforts, it's tied into Idaho Travel Council. And I think what we did last year is exactly that, because what you funded were the email delivery. We have a newsletter that goes out to 42,000. A year ago it was 35,000. You funded that. We're projecting that to continue. The website was brand new last year. We're projecting, I mean, obviously we keep the website going, doesn't cost as much, but we're still going to do some adjustments to it. That website went from scratch, no history, no anything, in November to 20,000 visitors, 15,000 unique visitors came to that site this last year. The newsletter, I think I said, went out to 42,000. That's going out 18 times a year. We're asking for $6,000, which is actually down last year from $9,574. The Idaho ski areas are going to match that at $15,000. That's, I think, one of the other things that's real different this year is it's not the minimum match that you're requesting from the Idaho Travel Council. It's more significant in that regard. We're usually at a 50% or greater match with all of our elements except one, and that is the RSN, which is really, it's a resort sports network that plays in different on TV stations around the country. It's kind of hard to put your arms around exactly where, but certainly in the Colorado ski areas, if you're staying at a lodging property, there are RSNs on there, and people see it. So that, we have a video asset that's in our budget that we're requesting no funding, but we have gone out systemically over 3 years period. We're shooting video and keeping current on all the ski areas. So all 18 areas have video, which is projected on the website. It rotates on the website and changes through it. So I punched this not so you watch it, but distract you. But it covers all sites and rotates.
I'm friendly,
and when
real friendly, down to earth,
this was on our
unpretentious,
brand,
informal, and genuine.
But on ski areas, you can get the video as well. And every ski area has video, the location, and building off of that. So those are, I guess, the elements that I wanted to talk to you about. From a foundation standpoint, one of the things we're using our funds for is we have a 5th grade program in state, the website we're helping support through the Ski Idaho budget, the newsletter, Easy Ski program, the video asset, and we also have an Idaho brochure that's generic for the first time. So those things are going on. So the two elements that are kind of new and are expanded is PR, and I've asked Jessica Flynn with Red Sky PR, who the Idaho ski area has hired to do the PR part of our association. And I'll let Jessica talk a little bit about the successes last year and what we've projected new. Because on our budget, we have asked for, last year you funded $39.89. We're asking for $40,000 this year. So that's a significant part of it. It's probably the one that we have least leveraged because our focus really is going to be out of state, and I'll let Jessica cover some of that part of it.
Hello, Jessica Flynn from Red Sky Public Relations. We came on board with Ski Idaho last year right at the beginning of the ski season, so right in October, which for people that are in the industry know that we lost a little bit of the lead time from some of those magazines to really get in the publications. So what we focused on was really creating the infrastructure needed to do proactive public relations, not just for the Ski Idaho organization, but to really enhance the PR and marketing efforts of all the different ski areas. We wrote and distributed 5 different news releases promoting skiing throughout the season, the launch of the new brand, spring specials when we had the great snow in January. So we really pushed those out to the lists that we had of journalists, not just online, but print and broadcast. And then we also had a good relationship with all the PR and marketing people at the ski areas where they would feed us their news releases and we would push them out to the lists. So again, really enhancing the staff that the ski areas had. A big component was the social media presence. In order to really stretch the dollars that we had, we created several different channels to push information, not just to journalists, but right to the skiers and riders themselves. We created a Twitter feed called Ski Idaho and also a Facebook fan page. And between the two of them, there are 800 people following and interacting with the Ski Idaho brand. We use those to push out powder alerts daily to talk about events that were going on, like the wife carrying contest that happened up north, to really try and promote what was happening. And we had people from across the country that would be writing us asking about when the best snow would be to visit for their spring break. So that was really reaching directly to the customers through public relations, not using the media as a filter and really trying to place stories in often a shrinking newsroom.